Have you ever run into one of those problems where they give you 2 points and you have to figure out the slope of the line that would go through those 2 points? Well, in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do this kind of a problem and showing you the exact tricks that I use to get to the right answer on a problem like this. So if that's something that you want a little bit of help with, this is the video for you. So be sure to stick around to the end of the video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it and I'll show you how to solve this kind of a problem. Plot the points and find the slope of the line passing through the pair of points. So in this case, we have these 2 points, 2, 4, and 4, -4. So again, we're going to start by plotting these. I will just go ahead and start with our XY axis again. Then we'll start by labeling our axes. Okay, so now we want to start by plotting our points. So to do that, you just want to keep in mind that any point is just an XY pair. It's always going to say X first, then Y second. So in this case, our X value is 2 and our Y value is 4. So to do that, we just want to go basically start at the origin, start at 0, 0. First, to see where your X coordinate is on your X axis. So our X coordinate is +2. So we're going to go over to X equals +2. And then we know that our point is going to have to be somewhere up above this point right here, this X equals 2. In this case, our Y coordinate is 4. So we're going to go from this X equals 2, Y equals 0 up to Y equals 4. And that puts us right here. Okay, so that's our first point, 2, 4. Okay, then we'll do our second point. So again, it's just an XY pair. So X is 4, Y is -4. So we're just going to go over to X equals 4. So we're going to start at the origin, go over to X equals 4, +4, which is right here. So we know that our second point has to be directly above or directly below this dash mark right here. Then we're going to go down to Y equals -4 from there. So we're going to go down 2, 3, 4. So that puts us right about here. Okay, so that's our second point. So now our line is just going to be a straight line basically that connects those 2 points. So we're just going to go from, actually let me label this one here real quick. Just like that. And then we need a straight line connecting those 2 points. That line might be slightly curved, but the idea is to get a perfectly straight line. Yeah, in fact, it definitely is curved a little bit. Let me try that one more time. Better, I think, but still not perfect. But I think you get the idea. We want a straight line connecting those 2 points, right? Okay, so once we've plotted the points, we need to find the slope of the line that passes through these 2 points. Well, we just drew our line that goes through those 2 points. We now need to find the slope of that line. Okay, so to find the slope of this line, all we have to do is think that slope equals rise over run. Okay, how many units do we go up or down? If it's up, it'll be a positive number. If it's down, it'll be a negative number, divided by however many units we go over to the right. So there's 2 ways we could do this. We could do this graphically or based on an equation. Since we did graph it, I'm going to suggest that we do it graphically first. I can definitely discuss how to do this with a formula in a moment. But to do it graphically, all we need to think about basically is how many units we go down divided by how many units we go over to the right to get from one of these points to the other point. Well, if we're starting way up here at Y equals 4 and we're going down to Y equals -4 to get to this point here, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. So from Y equals 4 to Y equals -4, we have to go down 8 units to get there. So our rise is going to be -8 because we have to go down 8 units. Remember, we always want to start from our leftmost point and go over to our rightmost point to figure out our rise and our run. Since we had to go down to get from our leftmost point to our rightmost point, our rise is going to be a negative number. Okay, then once we go straight down to the Y value that we need, -4. Now we're going to go over to the right and see how many units right we have to go. Since we're at X equals 2 for this first point and we need to go over to X equals 4, that means we're going over 2 units. So our run is going to be 2. So rise over run is -8 over 2. Then you just want to simplify it from there. -8 is divisible by 2. It would just simplify down to -4. So the slope of this line is going to be -4. Knowing how to find the slope of a line that goes between 2 points is obviously very helpful and a useful skill to have, but in order to make sure that you really understand lines and linear equations, you need to be able to go the other way too. Given some equation, you need to be able to figure out the slope and y-intercept of that line. Fortunately, I have made another video that shows you how to do exactly that. So go click on that and we can keep this brain train rolling learning about lines and linear functions to make sure you really have all the skills you're going to need.